Hello, my name is Bill and welcome to MindYourCrypto. Today I will dive into MATIC Network daily update. Let's see some major support levels. We start with the 70 cents that we went back on 4th May. This is our major support level that we don't want to cross beyond because it is the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement. Afterwards we have some resistance level, for example the 79 cents, and of course some other minor support levels in between the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement and the gray here zone, the 1. Okay, so here we need to surpass, I think, mostly the 81 cents and actually the 83 in order to say that we will have a clear buying opportunity, minimizing the risk, but I will discuss about that later. Right now what we want to see after this getting squeeze point is where we will go. Will we hold this 0.70, the 70 cents? Or not? Let's see and find out the MACD here, guys. The MACD is very important. We need to see the MACD in the 4-hour frame, this cross here between the blue line and go above the cycle line. This would mean that we would actually go further above for the MATIC network for its price. Okay, this would mean we could move upwards, breaking some very important resistance levels. And of course what we need to see here is not getting below this support level over here, guys, because if we get below, if we do something like this, then we will see MATIC network going beyond some breaking some important support levels as well. Of course it is very crucial, but I will show to you what is most crucial afterwards. Let's see the MATIC against USDT, and of course we need to see the RSI and the commodity channel index. Right now, where are we? We are approaching, we are not in an oversold situation yet, we are not beyond the minus 100, but we are approaching a time where we might have an oversold situation, therefore a very good buying opportunity for the very short term. Right now though we don't have that. Of course we are between minus 100 to 100, but as you can see here we are falling down. We will see where we will stop, or if we go beyond minus 100. For the RSI we are totally fine between 30 and 70. You can see here for the RSI as well, lower highs, okay, lower highs and higher lows. We are eventually getting into squeeze point for the RSI as well, guys. We are eventually getting here where we will see if we can go maintain some of the important support levels. For example, this one here, right here, guys. Let's see if we can maintain this, or we can go further beyond that. This would mean that we could actually retest the 70 cents. If we go beyond, we could actually retest the 70 cents support line. So according to the SL channel, we don't have any buying opportunity. The red line is above the green line. Let's go now to the MACD. The MACD, guys, this is the most important thing in MATIC. The MACD in the daily frame. If we see this cross, and the blue line goes way beyond the signal line, this would mean that MATIC could even go beyond the 70 cents. If we see this cross, or we can see that MATIC goes actually upwards after a small cross here, then this is nothing important. But eventually we are seeing this cross and the blue line goes down, then we will have a furthermore correction for MATIC. Okay, so things now don't look pretty good for MATIC, but we are going to see what will happen in the next hours. Let's see the RSI and the commodity channel index in the daily frame. You can see here the commodity channel index. The commodity channel index is between minus 100 and 100 for the daily frame. What we want to see here, if we are having a very bullish environment for MATIC, we want to see that going just upwards. If we are about to go downwards, then this will do something like this, okay, and go even further below, making new lower highs. So we need to see higher lows, we need to be here and of course go upwards again. This is what happens when we are having a very huge bullish environment. You can see here the commodity channel index, guys, the RSI, we are between 30 and 70 inside this purple area. That means we don't have any oversold or any overbought situation at all. So what we need to see here, we need to see the same with the commodity channel index, staying above this line here, the support line, making new higher lows, not eventually dropping down into new lines. Thus, this would mean, guys, that we might actually fall further down below for MATIC. And as you can see here, guys, the Bollinger bands that I'm always talking about, when we are having this huge volatility, we need to wait and see the top line approaching the bottom line. That's what we need to see, because when we are having this high volatility, we are having a very high risk. Usually when we are correcting, we want to see the Bollinger bands going between each other, getting close. So we need to see some movement here for MATIC going sideways a bit, and then we can actually fuel up again. Don't get me wrong, guys, MATIC network looks fantastic in the midterm. Right now, where are we for MATIC against Bitcoin in the 4-hour frame? You see we broke down the 0.4013. This doesn't look good for MATIC against Bitcoin, because I think we will get this cross right here between the 20-day EMA and the 50-day EMA, and I think that we will move actually to lower support levels, for example the 0.40s 11 to 12. Okay, right now we broke this support level, this Fibonacci retracement level. We might as well go further down below, so we might see a further consolidation for MATIC network against Bitcoin. That is what I assume. Of course, guys, that's it for the 4-hour frame. Okay, that's it for the short term. As you can see though, in the short term MATIC against Bitcoin, we are having a low commodity channel index, lower commodity channel index below -100. This would mean, guys, that for the next few hours we might see a further drop down, but we will eventually go up, and I think that we will retest again. Let's go back. We will retest again, maybe after falling a little bit down the 0.013, even going above. But eventually, if we don't form a higher high, we won't see anything here. We won't see anything, and I assume that if we have to go upwards because of the commodity channel index in the next few hours, then we will hit probably a resistance like this one, guys, or this one, and we will see where we will go afterwards. Things don't look so good for the 4-hour frame, especially for the next 3 to 4 days, not for the next 1 to 2 days, because you can see here we are already in an oversold situation. Therefore, on a buying opportunity for MATIC against Bitcoin for the next hours, I expect it to do something like this, maybe going upwards. Okay, so what are we seeing for the daily frame? For the daily frame, we are seeing the 200-day EMA being so far beyond to the 50-day EMA. You can see that, and of course the 20-day EMA tries to reach the price. So we are actually pretty good, guys, for the daily frame for MATIC against Bitcoin, but we have to see other indicators as well. So right now, what we are seeing, we went down, sorry guys, we went down to 0.40s, we went beyond that. Now we might retest, as I told you before, we might retest this support level over here, we might retest this one here, guys, and of course we want to see where we will go from here. Right now, the 20-day EMA, as long as the 20-day EMA is above the 50-day EMA, we have nothing to be afraid of. And for me, guys, MATIC network is looking so strong for the mid-long term. It has very good fundamentals, strong collaborations. It is here to stay. MATIC network is here to stay, and you have not to be afraid of anything for the mid-long term, especially for the long term, guys. Even if you bought here for the long term, just hold your position. Never sell when you are in a loss, because when you are in a loss and you sell, that's where you actually lose. If you are in a loss and you don't sell, you haven't lost anything, guys. So this is very important. Right now, what we are seeing for MATIC, where are we? Lower highs, higher lows. We eventually get into a squeeze point here. What we want to see, of course, for MATIC is going upwards. We all want to see that as well. But this is not the case. This might not be the case for now. If we don't break the 81 to 83 cents, if we don't see high lows, it would be too risky to invest now for the short term. And of course, right now, what we want to see here, we want to see the MACD. If we get the daily frame cross here, things will look pretty bad. Okay, and we might have lower highs and higher lows. We might eventually drop down furthermore to 69 cents. For the USDT, we don't have any oversold or any overbought situation right now, so we could go downwards or upwards. We could do both of them, but right now for MATIC against Bitcoin, as I told you before, guys, for the 4-hour frame, we are having a buying opportunity because we are below -100 oversold situation. Therefore, for the MATIC against USDT though, we don't. So the RSI is between 30 and 70, not an oversold, not an overbought situation, not any risk involved, not any clear buying opportunity for the very short term. And we need to see where we will go. Will we go downwards or will we retest the, first of all, the 70? Let's see here, guys. If we will retest, let's see this line 83, 81, and of course we need to surpass the 79 to 80 cents, which is our Fibonacci retracement level 0.236. So if we don't surpass, if we don't see higher lows, this is a very risky. We won't, I would advise you, of course, not to buy. You should always do your own research, not a financial advisor, as you know, guys. But of course, for me, I would personally want MATIC to break through 81 and especially the 83, because then I would know that we could just have the higher highs and higher lows, and the momentum would be swift into a very bullish, nice momentum. Right now, though, if we break down and fall, we might actually retest the 70 cents. And of course, we need to wait and see for the short term, because as I told you guys, as I told you for the daily frame, what do we have here? We have a squeeze point here. You can see the daily frame again. And of course, we need to let the 20-day EMAs reach the price. We need to let the 20-day EMAs reach the price. So right now, we might even consolidate a bit more till we can fuel up and eventually go upwards. So we are in a critical moment, but I don't think that you should invest, guys. If you're a new investor, you should invest right now. For the long term, though, you can do whatever you want. I trust MATIC because it has good fundamentals, strong collaborations, etc. If you won't follow it on Twitter, of course it is your decision, but you can see that it has very, very strong fundamentals right now. What we need to see for the short term is breaking through some important resistance levels. From the time we don't see that, then we might actually retest the 70. And if we fall below the 70, it is very possible to retest the 62 cents. So you have to be careful for the short term, especially if we get this cross and we can see the blue line going beyond the signal line and gaining some strength. Because if we see that, yes, I think that we can retest easily the 69 cents to 70, and of course we might even fall little but more downwards. Okay, we might fall even more downwards, because you can see here MATIC against Bitcoin, we will fall eventually downwards. For the daily frame, for the 4-hour frame, we are having a strong buying opportunity for the 4-hour frame, and I mean for the next 1 to 2 days, because the commodity channel index is below -100 in the 4-hour frame. You can see here I am on the 4-hour frame, and of course we have a strong buying opportunity for MATIC against Bitcoin. But in overall, guys, sorry guys, we will be approaching a bottom here, 0.4011, and of course we might actually hit this Fibonacci retracement level 0.5 for MATIC against Bitcoin. So where we are right now, we want to see higher lows, lower highs, getting into a squeeze point here, and eventually if we go down, we will retest the 70 cents. So I want you to be patient. For those who bought at the top, guys, do not worry. Of course, better days are coming, because MATIC Network is a great project. And of course, guys, I want to emphasize on this: never sell your position when you are in a loss, and have always a buying strategy and an exit strategy, which means that if we had to fall a dip down, you could buy more and more, especially if we had to hit, I'm not saying we will, if we had to hit the 55 cents, especially there, this is the golden 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, and of course you would want to invest more here. But as we dip down, you invest more, and eventually we would go up. And of course, do not do anything, in my opinion, for the very short term until you see this breakout, because we might as well go upwards from here, but we will eventually hit this resistance level, or this we might go even downwards. If we see though going beyond this level, then we might actually retest the 70 cents. So I will keep you updated, guys, of course, and thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day wherever you are. If you want to support me, please hit the like button and subscribe. I would be so grateful. And of course, thank you all for the support already. See you soon, guys, with many more videos, and please stay safe. Bye.